All right, video interviewing tips. Now, I got some videos out there. I shot 2 videos, beauties. One is a 20-point checklist that I go through every week like this. It's 20 minutes. It's awesome. If you have not seen it, please watch it. It's called Video Interview Tips for Job Seekers. I've got another one called HireView, How to Ace Video Interviews. So that one-way thing I was talking about. There's Spark and HireView and a bunch of them that are one. They're all the same. But basically, you get asked the question, nobody's on the other end, you're sitting there talking by yourself, and how to ace that. So I got 2 videos out there that I would highly recommend watching. However, I want to give you a few right now. All right, here we go. Framing, baby. Okay, this is framing. You see me? Folks, you see me? All right, this is framing. See the top of my head? All right, that's framing. How do I look? I'm in, I'm full. Do I look imposing and powerful? Okay, right? Like, I'm with you. Do not do this. Okay? You look diminutive. And you look like you ain't there. Right? It's like, you know, when you sit down at the table and then they sit down like this, right? So you need to make sure that you are framing it. That means you need to practice it. So get that set. That's a big, big deal. All right? So now I want you to eye contact. You're talking to the person. You're not doing this. I have to do this because I have to read the question. But when you are video interviewing, you are not looking at your screen. You are looking at your camera. Okay? So, and the camera, whatever you use, should be dead-eye center. So I'm not like this. I'm not like this. Don't, you know, you don't want that either, right? So you want to stay in the frame and you want to stay level with the camera. Pile up the books, get a tripod, I don't care. A lot of you are going to be working from home on an ongoing basis. You might want to buy a little, what you're watching, like live office hours, week in and week out, I have a super high-powered camera that I use when I create like recorded videos. But when we do live office hours, this is a Logitech 1080p C922, I think. Not much money. Probably less than $100. But you just plug it right in to your computer. And you can, you put on a tripod. Mine sits on my monitor. For those of you that I have a 27-inch monitor. Bang. Hey, wouldn't you know it? It's just like, and I'm a little guy, so I just, it's right there. But you want to make sure that you're doing that. And the other thing is, always. Now I let you see my sunroom. But if I didn't have lights behind the camera, my face would be jet black because the sun is behind me. So it's going to wreak havoc. Now, if you don't have to have big, powerful lights. If you have a video interview in the daytime, the best thing you can do is have the back of the camera up against a window where the light is coming. It doesn't even need to be sunny out. You need no lights. And you can do it that way. But you want the lights on the other side of the camera, always, so that you can see yourself. Okay? And here's the other one. You might be surprised, but the survey says, and I'm telling you for sure, audio matters more than the video. So, I have a microphone. You don't need a super powerful microphone, but you do not want to sound like you are in a well. They need to hear you. I don't care if you're model good looking or you're as good looking as John G., my friend out there, my brother from another mother. You got to make sure that your audio is in order. So if you are using a laptop mic, it is not going to sound good. If you are sitting, okay, my office is large. Okay, if this microphone is not right to my mouth or I'm not super close to it, and I've got all the doors open, and so there's echoes and it drowns out the sound. If you are in a room, you might want to make sure that the doors are closed, that you put a rug, if there's a gap between the door and the hallway or whatever. Make the room somewhat soundproof so you don't have a lot of echoing. Believe me, it doesn't matter what you're saying. If they cannot hear it effectively, it's going to go badly. Okay? So I don't care what you do. And I really don't recommend you doing a lot of things with your earbuds and all that other good stuff. It does look a little silly. This isn't, look, I don't care if you're chit-chatting with your friends or you're doing this for your video, your work meetings, but this is an interview. Give yourself every advantage. Now, you don't need a microphone this powerful. I have a pop filter. I have all kinds of stuff for this thing. But you certainly don't need one of those things that people leave in the view of the thing to look cool or whatever. You just want to make sure that you've got a good enough microphone. There are microphones, that lapel mics that I can clip in that you can put right into your laptop or your computer, and you'll have a great quality sound. When I want to shoot an Instagram IGTV or something, I have a little microphone that'll go right into my iPhone. And the sound quality is 1,000 times better than if I just hold it like this. You can use those. And then there's just little splitters or whatever that go right into. It's simple stuff, but it is worth it. It is worth it. This is huge. It's huge. Huge deal. It's going to become really, really important. And then those are the videos that I mentioned. They're out there. If you go to my YouTube channel and type video interview, those will come up. Wendy Bader, my boot camper. Any specific tips for a panel interview via phone video? It's my third interview for the position. Yes, Wendy B. And I think I might have forgotten to mention this, Wendy B. When I was talking in the video interview about eye contact, the one thing for you, Wendy, that I would do, number one, I have a panel interview video out there for everybody. How to ace or how to win the panel job interview. Go watch that. Doesn't matter if you're in person, you're on a phone call. Well, the phone call you're not gonna be able to see them, or you're on a video. Now, on a video, here's what I recommend. If you are in a video interview, oftentimes, like in Zoom or something like that, or WebEx, you have different pictures across your frame. Somebody is going to ask you a question, and you are going to, like when you're live, you're going to want to look at the person, talk for a few seconds, right? Get connected with them, and then move your eye contact to another person. Okay? Now, in a video, and I go through that in the panel interview video. In a video panel interview, you only got one place to look, and you need to stay there. There's 327 people still on this thing, right? I could go boop, 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 right? No, I'm looking right at you. So you get to look in, lock, and focus on the camera and just answer. And then what you need to do is, if you've got something that you want to say as a statement or a question, what you're likely to do is to look at somebody's picture and say, hey, Wendy, I got a question for you. No, it's, hey, Wendy, I got a question for you. Or as Wendy said earlier, this makes a lot of sense. You stay locked in on the camera. You need to practice staying in on the camera. It does not take much. It really does not. It really does not. A few minutes will get you locked in. See how easy this is? Right? It's like, Wendy, it's like just you and me talking right now. Right? Even though there's 333 people now. So, but that's a biggie. I know you mentioned that to me, and I think I might have forgot to mention that in the slide. But yeah, that's a great one. Can we give Wendy B a boot camper? Wendy, go to the gift shop. The gift shop. Pick something, my boot camper. So Varun is asking me, would I wear a jacket while doing a Zoom interview or just a solid shirt? This is awesome. Okay, Varun is a dude. He's my age. My brother from another mother from Canada. And so we got the boys and we got the girls. All right, guys, here's what I would suggest. If it's a place where you are accustomed to suits, like financial services and things of that nature, and you're a suit and tie kind of place, I would do that. I would go full business attire. If your industry is business casual, you could go business casual. A shirt that's pressed and buttoned down is okay. A sport coat is okay. You might want to do that. Leave it on for half the call. You could take it off, whatever. That's fine. Always, always, always solid shirts. Okay? Now, you might see me sometime wearing a goofy... I only got so many shirts, people. I'm live every day, so I can't, I only got so many shirts, which is why sometimes you see me in my t-shirts and my workout shirts and my whatevers. But for you, don't do it. Don't chance it. You don't want anything noisy. Now, I got a lot... That stuff's not too noisy, but if I was doing this and I was doing a video chat, I would do this. Okay, I would do something like this to cut out all the stuff behind me. But this is just easier for me to sit the way my desk is laid out this way because it's a built-in and it rolls out at a perpendicular angle. This is just easier for me. So, but I would try to do something where I didn't have a lot of noise behind me. Watch the pictures and the noise. If you have books and all that stuff, that's actually, even though there's a lot of books, it can work for and against. It's a nice backdrop, but also you might find them reading which books you have. Okay, so you need to be mindful of those kind of things. All right, now ladies, same kind of thing applies. I would say go for whatever the appropriate dress is for your position. Please, ladies, do not drop the cut on the line. I mean it. Do not do anything to distract the guys, come off weirdly. I want you to look good. You can put your makeup on, all that good stuff. High necklines, okay? I don't want you showing anything off. It's believe me, it does not come across well. It really does not. So just, it doesn't matter if you want to wear a suit coat or a blouse or a button-down shirt or whatever. Just make sure the neckline's high enough. I mean, be reasonable. Okay, I mean that seriously, not joking. All right, that's a great question, Varun.